Welcome to Kari's Conscious Living. Are you ready to meditate with Kari? Are you ready to lay down and try and be still and quiet? To listen to a story for a while? Allow your body to relax and get heavy and sleepy. Heidi and Cherry stories are always a little bit crazy, but they slow down at the end and get much more relaxing at the end. I hope you enjoy the story. Heidi, Cherry and Vaya were in their apartment getting ready to go out and do an Easter egg hunt. Cherry had lots of questions. Vaya was very busy getting ready with the perfect outfit. The perfect outfit, as far as she was concerned, was a princess dress that was all the different colours of the rainbows. And it had pom-poms, like little puff balls and bubbles of puff all over it that looked just like Easter eggs. She thought it was perfect. She had chocolate brown shoes and chocolate brown gloves and a chocolate brown tiara that she thought looked like the inside of a chocolate egg. They were getting ready in their bedroom, and Cherry was asking Heidi questions. Questions like, well, I'm really excited about Easter because I really like to go and try and find the eggs. I think that's awesome. And I think it's really nice that our parents have done it so that they put cat eggs, things that we can eat rather than chocolate, because we can't really eat chocolate because it might make us sick. So our parents have put fancy cat treats inside of our Easter eggs so that when we find them we can have a treat. But I have a question. What do eggs and Easter bunny have to do with Easter? Heidi was listening very carefully because this was like the 10,000 question that Cherry had today about Easter. She scratched her paw underneath her chin and looked at Cherry and said, well, actually, that's a really good question. I don't know, said Heidi. Cherry said, Vaya, do you know why we have an Easter bunny? What's Easter bunny got to do with Easter? Do you know? Because I know that, if you're Christian, then, if you follow a religion, then maybe you believe in Easter as far as, Good Friday is a very important day, I've heard. Don't you think, Heidi? Heidi said, yes, Good Friday is the day when Jesus was crucified. Oh, said Cherry. Well, that doesn't sound like something very nice to celebrate, Heidi said. Well, it doesn't sound like something very nice to celebrate, and it really wasn't probably something very nice to happen to anyone, but it's said that Jesus was sacrificed because he died for everyone's sins. So it was kind of like a redemption for all people. Vaya said, Me don't really understand that at all. Me would rather not do that for anyone, I think. Me would rather just, can we not just say sorry rather than do something like that? Heidi said, well, it was a very, very important thing to happen in history. And the idea is that it was really like a cleansing, like a rebirth for everyone. When he died on the cross, it was as if he was taking everyone's sins with them and everyone would be redeemed. Everyone would have a redemption from all of the bad things. So it was a very, very big thing to do. And that's why it's so prominent in history. Cherry said, "Well, I think it's really nice. It's not nice, but it is really nice of Jesus to do that for everyone. Don't you think, Vaya?" Vaya said, "Very nice. Me thinks it's very nice." "Yeah, me too. But still, I don't get why, what's bunny rabbits got to do with it all?" Heidi said, "How about we look it up? Let's look it up. We'll do some research and we'll figure out what Easter Bunny has to do with Easter." So she got the iPad and they tapped in a couple of different things on Google, and the first thing to come up was that apparently bunny rabbits, when they have babies, they have lots and lots of babies. And those babies are called kittens. "What?" said Cherry. What? A bunny rabbit's called a kitten? That doesn't make any sense. Why is he not just called a baby bunny? What? I don't get it. How does a kitten and a bunny and Easter and an egg have anything to do with Jesus and his rebirth and redemption and stuff? I don't... Heidi said, "Just be quiet. Let's see what it says." Okay, so it says that when bunnies have lots of babies, they call them kittens. And it said that because they have lots of babies, they became like the symbol or an image that was very similar to rebirth. Like the rebirth that Jesus experiences in the resurrection when he comes back on Easter Sunday. Wait a minute, said Cherry. I don't understand what you're saying. Jesus dies and then he comes back. How does he come back? Where does he even come back from? How do you come back once you've gone somewhere like dead? How do you come back and come back? Heidi said, "Well, it's not like he actually come back to life in his body and he's now walking around on Earth again. It's more like a metaphor." "What? Wait a minute," Cherry said. "What's a metaphor when you're trying to explain everything to... You're just getting everything more and more complicated. There's metaphors and kittens and rabbits and bunnies and eggs. How does an egg even come into it? I didn't even think bunny rabbits gave birth to eggs. They don't, do they? I thought they give birth to like baby bunnies. They don't actually do eggs, do they?" Heidi giggled a little bit. No. Just hold on a second. A metaphor is basically like a picture or a vision or a scene or something that explains something in another way. So, metaphorically, one thing can mean something else. So, Jesus came back on Easter Sunday in his resurrection from the dead. I'm not really sure why, but he did. And so now maybe it's because his memory is still alive, and the memory and the deed of what he did to die for our sins is all still alive. So really the metaphor is that Jesus is alive within us because we're grateful for the things that he did. He's not really alive in a body alive, he's just alive within everybody's minds and hearts. How's that? Does that sound kind of right? Oh, this is so much. I thought we were just going to go out and find some eggs with some cat treats in it. I didn't think we were going to have something so intense. It's really intense. Where do the eggs come into it? Well, said Heidi, it says here that eggs are also a symbol of rebirth. You know, like a new life coming out of an egg. So maybe the eggs and the bunnies, that's why they put those two together, because bunny rabbits give birth to so many babies, like, I don't know why. But the egg got tied into the bunny and Easter and... Even Heidi was getting confused. Maybe we should ask our owners about this one. Yeah, said Cherry. I think we should, because I don't feel any more clarity on any of what we've just been talking about, except that, let me get this right, Jesus obviously did something really, really nice for us a long time ago, and that was on Good Friday, and then on Easter Sunday he came back, metaphorically, to show that he's still present in our hearts and in our minds, and the message of us having a rebirth and redemption and forgiveness, and the fact that he took all our sins away, and kittens aren't really kittens, they're bunnies, but bunnies can be kittens when they're babies, and then chocolate's not good for cats, and then somehow the egg's got to be plastic, and then everybody on a Sunday runs all over the field and tries to find him. Did I get it right? Does that sound about right? Vaya said. Methinks you got it just right. Methinks that was awesome. Heidi said, well, methinks so too. You did pretty good there. I think our parents might know a little bit more about it, but we'll ask them later. Right now, let's just carry on getting ready and get excited about going to find those cat treats in those cat eggs that aren't kitten eggs, really. They're not really bunny eggs because bunnies don't have eggs, but they do have something to do with a much bigger message. I think I'm tired, said Heidi. Cherry said, me too, I'm absolutely pooped. I need a nap. I don't think I could go yet, Heidi. Vaya, do you mind if we just have a little nappy wappy before we go, because I'm just really mentally exhausted. And I'm really tired, and if anyone knows anything more about Easter, I'd be really happy to know and learn about it, but right now I don't really want to think about Easter eggs at all. I would just like to have a little nappy nap. Can we just snuggle and have a little nappy nap? The cats all kind of snuggled in together and all agreed that it was quite an interesting topic, and there was a lot to learn. And it wasn't as simple as just chocolate Easter eggs at all. There was all sorts of things going on with Easter that people should really know about. They settled down onto their bed. Heidi kept sighing, thinking about what she'd missed and her Google search and how she could find out more. Whew, she kept saying, whew, yeah. And then Cherry kept wiping her little brow with her paw and going, there's just so much. There's just so much to remember. And Vaya kept saying, do these brown shoes really go with my dress? Because I'm not so sure. Me not sure about the brown. Me might wear pink or maybe lemon. Because there's lots of lemon poofy balls on my dress. Maybe lemon would be better than brown. Brown does look like chocolate, but maybe brown looks like mud, and I don't want my feet to look like I've been standing in a puddle. And then eventually Vaya closed her eyes and started to fall asleep as well. All the cats fell to sleep. They were exhausted, thinking about their own little things that they were thinking about. They relaxed their paws, the whiskers, their heads, tails, bodies. Everything got heavy and sleepy and relaxed. had a very, very long nap. That long that they actually ended up missing their Easter egg hunt. And when they woke up and it was dark and they looked at each other, they decided that they really didn't mind. That maybe they would just hide eggs around the apartment. That way they would have more eggs to find because there was only the 3 of them. So everything worked out just fine.